Hey, I'm Maggie Blackwood, and I was actually out on the drill grounds earlier today. So I am a trainer out at Portland Fire and Rescue, and for the past 6 months, the 12 newest recruits have been working their ass off. And today was actually their final. So for me, it was very important that I was there for them. It's not that I was going to teach them anything new. It's not that they were going to get my patented speech of take 2 breaths and you're a professional. But for these past 6 months, myself, Matt, Mark, and Nate have basically been telling them what to do, have been making their choices for them. We tell them, mask up, and they do it. That one's not right. Do it with gloves on. Mask up again. All right, good. Pull hose. Pull hose again. 50 feet at the door, 100 feet at the door. Go, keep going, right? So we have been giving them a roadmap, and they don't have the experience of, well, this is true, what Maggie says, and that's not true, what whoever over there says. They're trusting me and the training cadre to tell them everything we know. And sometimes, I don't know, honestly. So I have to tell them that. I have to be honest. I'm going to tell you about a time when I was in the training academy, and I work with Matt Fullerton right now out there, and we actually went through together. So we drill out there until it's route memorization, right? He was the driver, and he knows every single time it's get the gear and pump, chalk the wheel, and clamp the lay-in line. And then work on your first due attack line. So that's what he does, is he gets the engine and pump, chalks the wheel, and clamps that lay-in line. So then he's working on that first due line. That nozzle has gone up to check what they need, and they need our pre-connect. So Matt hops up on the sideboard and pulls it halfway out. So it's easy for this guy to come back and put it on his shoulder. But when the nozzle comes back, he's a little discombobulated. He takes it off and puts it on his left shoulder. And at this point, it's when he doesn't know what to do with his hands. So just like every time that we do something new for the first time, it falls to pieces, right? And we end up working it out, getting water, and everything goes okay. But it's a learning point. And an academy is the perfect time to learn, right? So when we talk about it afterwards, when the nozzle comes up and is like, well, Matt did this, and Matt made me look stupid. That is the most dangerous firefighter that we have out there. Those that blame others and don't take ownership. I'm going to give you a little secret. Everybody fails. Everybody fails occasionally. But the greatest sin is when we don't learn from our failures. There's a time that I also look stupid. There's a lot of times. I was a probie, and this was one of my first fires, and I was on the truck. And I've got my axe belt, and it's a commercial box, and it's a mom and pop auto body shop, right? And we're assigned search and making access to that fire. And I want to look all nimbly-bimbly and get in there fast, right? So I choose the small tool that they've told me, hey, on search, bring a smaller tool so I can move faster. So I grab the Portland door opener. In reality, I don't know how to use this. So we get in there, the fire gets knocked down, but then we've got 2 doors to open and check for extension. And my partner, Cody, gets tasked first. Hey, Cody, open up that door. It's a right-handed inward swinging door. And he does a move that I have not seen before. He takes the Halligan, drives the peen into the door frame, and pops it right open. It's just blown my mind, right? And here's the catch. Hey, Maggie, take that other door. What do I do with my hands, right? That's what I'm thinking. How do I work this? So I've got a choice. Do I use the boot because that's the method that everybody kept talking about? Do I try to make this tool that I don't know how it works fit into the box that I have no idea how it fits into? I don't do either of those. I actually turn to Cody and I say, will you show me what you just did? And Cody knows the mission is greater than anybody looking stupid at that time. He hands me the tool, he tells me what to do, and I mess it up the first time, right? But I reset it again, and I drive the peen in right, and we get that door open. So these are some things that have helped me in the way that I've studied my mindset. I think of days that I'm at my fire station as a science class. First, I read something. I do my homework, right? Then maybe I watch some lectures. Then I work on problems. Problems that I know I can solve, and then problems that I'm inquisitive of, that I have a hypothesis that might work, but I'm not sure of. So I might watch hose handling videos, and I might do some stretches that I know are exactly going to go right. And I want to make sure that that works. So then I might try something a little bit different. I might switch my hands a little bit up. I might go a farther distance. Then the second thing is, I do not think that asking for help is a weakness. I think it shows humility, and it shows that you actually want to learn. So when you don't know something, ask. Ask for those leaders, and ask for those mentors to help you. Can you play that video?
Back up! Back wall!
So, mentors, what you don't see in that video is you don't see me failing every single time, right? People don't post those videos of failures, right? You don't see the hundreds of times that I've worked with Aaron Fields and I've messed it up. I've done things wrong. And even in that video, I can pick out some stuff that I'm not doing quite right? But those mentors are the ones that are really going to look at you and say, that part's really good, and let's work on this next thing. They're going to give you honest feedback. When I look at training for others, I always make sure that skills are the base of what we do. Skills make rote memorization so you can be able to see the problem solving. But if you teach a new skill, and then you teach, now what are you going to do when this happens? Hey, here's a V-split. Now what are you going to do when you're in a hallway? Switch it up, right? If you don't drill over and over and over on those same practices, so those skills become habits, and those habits become mindsets, then you're not really getting that skill down to a base level. The last thing that we teach is resilience. And by last, I mean we have to be very careful with the resilience. I don't mean it has to come at the end of our training program. But what I don't, or what I hate to actually see, is when we put pressure on people for no apparent reason, but just pressure. it shouldn't come at it shouldn't come at the expense of somebody's mental health. It shouldn't be random acts of actual hazing. It should be, we're going to put pressure on you to make sure that you're able to do your job when somebody's yelling. We're going to set a timer to see how fast you actually are masking up. Now I want you to beat that by 10 seconds. We're going to do a really hard workout, and you know what? I'm going to make sure you don't quit. Now, I do believe that words matter. My mentor, Aaron, he does speak a lot about words and about our jargon in this fire service. I think if we have words that give us direction and that we all know and it's a common language, it helps us get there faster. But I think that sometimes we forget about the little things of words. I'm going to tell you a story about Susie. So I was teaching in Texas, and there was this little girl named Susie. And she had 12 brothers and sisters, and they were all going around this drill grounds. Her dad was the captain, and I could tell she had been on the fire grounds a lot. She was leading them around, and she was confident in herself. And in my head, I had picked her as a great firefighter for later on. So when Aaron called me away from a drill to come talk to Susie, I was like, sure, no problem. So Aaron told me, hey, Susie has a little bit of hesitation about the fire service. And I thought, okay, I have just been working in Texas, and I've been healing a lot of big people, and I've been trying to get them to trust me, and I projected my own insecurities as being a female and being smaller in the fire service of, oh, she just needs a little bit of encouragement of how to get big and strong. And I'm like, Susie, you're 6 right now, but you're gonna get older, and you're gonna get bigger, and you're gonna get stronger, and it's all about technique, Susie. You got this. How do you feel about the fire service now? She looks at me. I'm still not sure about the fire service. And I'm like, what? So I was like, why not? What's going on? She was like, I'm not sure about sleeping with boys. My heart just sinks, right? All it is a context problem. So Aaron's standing right there. I was like, see this guy right here? This guy's my brother, and I'm his sister. We're in the firehouse. When we're sleeping, I sleep next to my brother, right? Just like your 12 brothers and sisters that you have. Does that make sense? Sue's like, yes, ma'am. So I think, though, there's some other females out there that have this same hesitation. This is the percentage of females that are in the fire service. The highest percent that I got was 5.9% in the US nationwide as paid. I think this is a sad statistic. It's not just about females either. People of color is only about 10%. What are we saying, or what are we not saying to people to make them want to be in this service? I guarantee I can look out there and probably every single one of you are going to say this is the best job around. Why are we wanting them to have that access? Are we telling them? What is their little hang-up that they're not thinking they can do it? And I honestly don't know, right? Because when I think about this, I think about my mentors. I know I wasn't born into the fire service. People made me. And I can bet that you guys have a list of mentors in your mind. People that led you down that path. People that helped you make those choices. The choices that you chose. I want you to think about those people that helped you. who's going to be on your list? And better yet, whose are you going to be on? Don't get it twisted. There is a mentality that needs to be in this fire shit service. Can you bleep that one out? I need you to give a shit and not quit. That's the attitude that I need in this fire service. The thing is that when I look back on my short career, the things that have given me purpose in life have been the moments on calls. Those moments that I've held a grandma's hand who just lost her life partner. That's the time that I felt like I was here for some reason, right? It's given me that. What I need you to do right now is think about what kind of waves you're going to make. A lot of times when we think of waves, and I just talked about words, we think about, oh, rocking the boat. But I mean waves of influence and waves of change. Because you have a big impact. And are you going to be a small stone that gets thrown into the mighty ocean and sits quietly? Or are you going to be a big rock? And you're going to affect all those people around you. I really hope that you choose to be the big rock. That's it. Thanks.
Hi, here showing the new Lion particulate blocking hood. This particular hood uses a steady air prevent as your substrate to block the particulates from making ingress to the firefighter's head. It also uses the Kermel viscous knit, which is very comfortable. What makes this unique is that it's very breathable. This hood has, on average, better breathability than the turnouts themselves. It feels very much like a standard hood. It is a 2-layer hood. Visit lionprotects.com to find out more.